Hello everyone. Previously we had discussed about the strategy pattern. So today we'll be discussing about the adapter pattern, right? So what does adapter pattern does here? The adapter pattern allows incompatible interfaces to work together by converting one interface into another that a client expects, right? So this is simple. Again, I'm telling the adapter pattern allows incompatible interfaces to work together by converting one interface to another that a client expects, right? So I hope this is clear. Let's try to see the same thing with a very simple example, right? Let's go with the power socket adapter example, right? So I'll just come here. Let me, as we are going with the power socket adapter example, I'll just give here. Let's make use of the USA socket here. This is fine. So within this, let me make use of the this one plugin method. So here this one will be plugin. So within this, let's return something within the string. Here I'll just give 120 volts from USA socket. This is fine. I'll just come out of this class. So here I have to leave space here, right? So this is fine. Let me come out of this one entirely from the class USA socket. Let me create one more class Europe socket, right? So I'll just give here class. Instead, I'll just take Asia socket here. This is fine. Instead of Europe, let me consider Asia. So I'll just give here again. Let me consider the method plugin. So here, let me return something very quickly here. 240 volts from Asia socket. This is just for the example sake I'm considering, right? So let me come out of this class entirely. So I'll just consider one more class. So I'll just give here socket adapter. So this is fine. Within this one, let me quickly make use of the constructor and pass the this one socket as the parameter. I'll just give here this dot socket. Let me initialize this one to the socket. So what we are doing here is we are accepting a socket instance here. This one, this line, the line number 15, we are accepting a socket instance, right? So I'll just come out of the constructor. So next, let me make use of the get voltage method here within this class. So I'll just quickly give get voltage here. Let's return this dot socket dot plugin is the method we have used, right? So I'll just give here plugin. Let's call the plugin. So what we are doing here in this line, line number 19. So we are just adapting the plugin method. Here you can clearly see we are adopting the plugin method. I'll just come out of this class entirely. Now let's go with the usage. Here I'll consider USA socket as the parameter name. Let me give here new USA socket here. This is fine. Let me give here adapter new, or let me make use of the socket adapter of USA socket right here. So this has to be USA socket. So why this is not showing basically here? So yeah, this one has to be USA here. So now the error is gone, right? So this is fine. Let me quickly log here adapter dot. So get voltage is the method we are using here, right? So here let me give get voltage. So the output that we need to get here is initially we are going with the this one adapter dot get voltage here, this one basically. So we have sorry, this one. We have to get 120 voltage from the USA socket, right? So as we are making use of the USA socket here, you can clearly see. Next, let's go with the sorry. So now let's go with the Asia socket here. new Asia socket. So here the same thing, I'll just give here adapter. We have already made use of the adapter, right? So I'll just directly give adapter. Let me give here new socket adapter of this one. Let's pass the Asia socket here. So let me quickly log the log here adapter dot get voltage here. This is fine. This method. So as I'm making use of the Asia socket, so within here I'll just come here. What we are returning 240 volts from the Asia socket. So the first output we need to get here is 120 volts from the USA socket, and for this one, whatever logging here, I am logging here, I have to get the output 240 volts from the Asia socket, right? So I'll just quickly format this document. So during the explanation, I had said the adapter pattern allows incompatible interfaces to work together. So that's what here it is happening, right? So incompatible interfaces to work together by converting one interface into another that a client expects. Basically, you can crystal clearly see the same within this example, right? So we know the desired output as well. Let's try running the code. Let's see whether we get the same output or not. So I'll just come here. I'll give you a node adapter pattern. So what happened here? Start socket dot plugin is not a function. Number 19, right? So let's check what I've. So we can clearly see here in the line number 19, basically we are getting this dot socket dot plugin. So is not a function here, right? So let's check line number 19 here. This one socket plugin. Let's see what is the mistake basically here I have done. So what mistake I've done here is I have considered Asia socket class here, right? So I have considered here Asia socket. This I have to pass within the socket adapter. Instead, I'm passing the class itself, right? So I'll just make this one. Let me copy this one instead. Let me paste it over here. This one I have to pass. Now I'll just clear this one. Let me hit enter. Yeah, now we are getting the output 120 volts from the USA socket and 240 volts from the Asia socket, which is absolutely correct. So as per the definition, this example works absolutely correct, right? So we know that the adapter pattern allows incompatible interfaces to work together by this one, by converting one interface to another that a client expects. So this example works absolutely fine, just fine, right? So next we'll be discussing about the command pattern. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching.